Well, water is a huge part of Minnesota. In fact, according to the Minnesota DNR, 6% of the state is covered with water. That's more than any other state in the U.S. Over the weekend, the group Our Mississippi, Our Future held a community forum in Bemidji to address the topic of clean water in Minnesota. Reporter Malak Katab tells us about some of the threats that are facing the Mississippi River.
Discussion at the community forum centered on the importance of clean water, specifically the Mississippi River, how to protect it, and ways to get conservative funding for the 2020 legislative session. The Mississippi River starts in Itasca and goes all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. Right now, it is the second most polluted river in the United States.
A lot of people who depend on this water, and we're not protecting it. We're not keeping the headwaters area, like the forests that filter it, we're not keeping that clean. I mean, we're not caring enough for the river, and we should be, because we depend on it.
The conversation led to some of the challenges facing the Mississippi Headwater region. The Mississippi Headwaters Program Director Todd Holman says water quality is high in the region compared to the rest of the state, but there are a lot of threats to the Mississippi River and surrounding waters.
Land conversion from forest to farm, from forest to urban, from forest to road. And so there's a lot of threats out there. And that's not to say that we shouldn't have those things. It's just to really be mindful of where the least impacts can exist as we deal kind of with the humans, the people and nature part, and where are the most sensitive areas.
During the event, there was a roundtable discussion followed by a panel with elected local officials and a state legislator. Representative John Purcell and Mayor Rita Albright were asked about what they think is the most pressing issue and what they plan to do.
A number of things rise to the top for me, and probably the top one for me as Mayor of Bemidji right now is what Robert Schmidt called the forever chemicals that we are finding in our water, and specifically in Bemidji in our drinking water. It's really quite a concern, because the fix for this will be an expensive water treatment plant in order to make sure that, number one, we can continue to drink that water, and number two, that we're removing those substances so that it's not going through our wastewater treatment plant and into our Mississippi River.
Our Mississippi, Our Future hopes that these forums will guide individuals to take action to support the conservation. Reporting in Bemidji, Malak Katab, Lakeland News.
If you enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland PBS.